Hi everybody, I'm Cher, Grinning Grandma, and my husband and I have been in the resale business for over 20 years now. We're a little bit different than most of the people that you see on YouTube because we really call ourselves vendors instead of resellers. The reason for that is most of our sales are actually in brick and mortar buildings, and we don't own any of those businesses, but we do participate very strongly in those businesses. Uh, we're in eight, I believe now, different antique shops, one flea market, and we have more than two booths in each shop. So some of them, well, let's see, the one in Johnson City, we have four booths in. So that kind of gives you an idea of how busy we stay. And we sell a lot of furniture. And we do sell, or I do, on eBay and Mercari, mostly eBay. So I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. Oh, and Whatnot. Just started Whatnot too long ago. So wanted to give you an idea of what we've sold both in the shops and on eBay, and what we have, how we source, and that type of thing. Behind me, you see a real mess. It's mostly, well, it's a treadmill that I need to sell. I mean, why keep it if you're not using it? And because of some physical problems, I really can't use it anymore anyway. So, but anyway, we've got that treadmill that needs to come out of here and give me more room in this office. And as you see, there's a stack of boxes and also some supplies for packing those boxes. So it's not as bad as what it looks. It really is. Okay, I can't lie to you. It really is. It's pretty darn bad back there. But anyway, and to the sides. Anyway, this weekend we went to two different estate sales. Most of our items do come from estate sales, and we do buyouts, which means that uh, we purchase the items that either are not left. I'm sorry, we purchase items that are either left over from estate sales, uh, or and we just buy out estates, period. That means that we go in, take care of everything, and just buy it all, get rid of the trash, that type of thing. So, and that also is a big service to a lot of people. So you might want to consider doing something like that. You can generally make some money off of even the smallest items, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of storage. So let me forewarn you of that. Anyway, this weekend, let me tell you that on eBay, uh, oh, I did sell a pair of K-Finch dogs, Yorkies, I believe they are, and I'll show them, I guess, up here. I'll show them up there. And they were $200. And so if you see K Finch, be sure to keep an eye out for them. Right afterwards, I sold a $32 vintage bathing suit. One piece bathing suit. I'll show you that up there too. Uh, that was kind of an odd story because I really didn't even know if it would sell. And I started looking on eBay and I thought, well, yeah, people like these vintage bathing suits. But it's one piece, as you can see, it was dirty. So I washed it. I took pictures while it was still wet and hanging, actually. And before I could, well, right after I got the pictures up, somebody bought it. So it wasn't even dried yet. So that was fortunate for me. And then I just now negotiated a sale for a Pentax camera. I had it for $50 or best offer. The person emailed me or contacted me, asked if I could take 30. I thought that was a little low. I countered with 40. and that person countered back at 35, and I accepted that plus shipping, and they just paid me. So anyway, okay, let me tell you some of the things that we've got. Uh, when you deal with as much merchandise as we do, you can't possibly list everything in the same day, sometimes even the same week. So anyway, we got this from Little Typewriter. Isn't that cute? It looks like a regular typewriter. It's actually, let me put something in it here so you can see this hole. It's actually either a vase or a desk organizer. So you can put, pens, pencils, scissors, whatever in there. Or you could put a plant in it and it would still look really cute. But I just listed this last night on eBay. We've had it here for several weeks, actually. And also I listed this. Cute as can be. This is a little Beatrix Potter Tales of Benjamin bunny. As you can see, it works. You can hear it works. Goes around. Plays This Old Man. We have the mama bunny standing in front of an open book of Benjamin Bunny. And this is on eBay. Okay, and at the estate sales, a couple of the things we picked up. Well, first of all, let me show you this. I think this is kind of cool. These are called wool carders. Can you see them okay? These are not marked, meaning they're not signed. I don't see any kind of a manufacturer's name on here. Here is a tag, and here is a tag from the original seller, where the lady whose estate that we went to actually bought it from another, looks like another antique shop, and she paid $45 for it. Can you see that? $45. Wool carders are for wool or fibers that come off of animals that you want to comb or keep. A lot of times people will shear their animals, and they'll card the wool, and then they'll make fabrics out of them. So, and I tell you what, you have to be strong to use these things. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I believe these were handmade. Can you see the bristles on here? I believe they're handmade. Like I said, they're not marked, and it does look like actually somebody probably did this on their farm. And we do live here in Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee, so you see a lot of this type of thing, which I think is cool. I didn't grow up here. My husband did. So, but I did not. Okay, I grew up in Indiana, by the way. West Side girl, Indianapolis, Washington High School. Go Continentals. Okay, this is, some people call it a runner. Some people call it a dresser scarf. You can call it either. But I've got it folded so you can see how long it is. And it is embroidered, but this is not hand embroidered. It was manufactured, I'm sure. But anyway, this will go into one of our shops. And how do I differentiate what goes into the shops, what goes into eBay? It just depends. Depends on what's been selling in the shops and what's been selling on eBay. So if it's something that is unusual, sometimes, depending on what it is, we're in a couple college towns. We, meaning the shops that we're in, are in a couple college towns. So The college kids seem to like vintage clothing and that kind of thing. Now, clothing really isn't my thing to sell, and plush is really not, but that doesn't mean that we won't sell it sometimes, because we will. It just depends on the situation. And if you're buying out estates, then you get a little bit of everything, and you don't want to throw something away just because you don't sell it. So, an idea. Okay, this is a large wooden bowl. I picked it up. It doesn't come out. I picked it up at one of the estates this weekend. And there's so much stuff out there that is actually manufactured today to look like yesterday or years yesterday, that it's really hard to tell if it's new or old. I really think that this is a newer model, because it's just too perfect. And I don't see any nicks or anything like that. And if it was older, I think it would be more faded. I think that there would probably be, I think the edges would be smoother. So, again, just an idea. I got this Starbucks cup at one of the estate sales too. And I know it's Christmas, and I know this is June, of course. And a lot of resellers, meaning the online people, will tell you that Christmas sells all year round. And I know that a lot of vendors will keep Christmas items in their booths all year round. But for me, I find that we get more money out of an item if we hold it closer to the holiday. That's basically anything. Easter, Christmas, 4th of July. So you can hardly sell anything this 4th of July in December. Just my experience. Okay. I picked up a couple quilts. One of them had a pair of pillow shams with them. I'm not going to show you the entire quilt. I'm just going to show you the pillow sham, because basically it's the same pattern. It just repeats. And this was not handmade. This was manufactured. And this will go into one of our shops, or one of our booths in one of the shops. And this next one here is actually handmade. Now, some people say, well, that's machine stitched. Well, give me a break. Even back in the 40s, ladies used sewing machines for some of the stitching. But this one is a wedding ring quilt. And I'm not too sure how large it is. I haven't measured it yet. But this is what I consider handmade. I mean, if a lady is going to do all this work, whether it's by hand and needle, or by a machine stitch, to me that's handmade. So, I don't know what it is to you, but my video, my quotes. Okay, this one, I usually don't do dolls either, by the way, but this little doll came from an estate sale. This is one that came, well, we've had this quite a while, actually. This came from the same place that the, something's falling back here. This came from the same place that little typewriter vase came from. So, little cowgirl, cute as can be. She's got her little bloomers and her boots and a stand, and she needs to be cleaned. But I believe she will probably go on eBay, or online anyway, eBay and Mercari, because we just don't sell a lot of dolls in the shops. Whoops. We have some little amber colored glasses here. I've only got 3 of them. I sold one set and it was an odd set. So it seems like every time you go to an estate and you pick up glasses, you always have an odd number. You know, people break stuff and you end up with 5 instead of 6, 3 instead of 4. Yeah. So anyway, we've got 3 of those, and this little goblet is pressed glass. It's vintage. I don't know who makes it. I haven't done that study yet. But, oh, how do I know whether or not it's pressed glass? I'll show you. Can you see that seam? It's right. Shoot. Use my left hand. Okay, right here. Okay, I think you can see it now. Okay, if this was cut glass, you wouldn't have the seam. There's another one on the side too. The seam just simply is where they pressed a couple molds together and formed this while the glass was hot. So anyway, this is pressed glass. It's still vintage, still very collectible. The color makes it collectible. The fact that it's vintage makes it collectible. Here we go. Let me show you this little server here. I think this is sweet. This is actually USA. It's a divided, 3-way divided condiment dish. Of course, you can put things like, you can put candy, different nuts, whatever you want to in it. So anyway, but it is number 267. It's USA, also marked California. And see this little white chip on the bottom? Kind of a chip. Let's see. Right here. Okay, I really don't know if that's a true chip, meaning it was damaged, or if it was done during manufacture. So it's so smooth that sometimes it's just really hard to tell. So, but anyway, I will disclose that, whether it's manufactured or whether it's, whether I put it in the shops or whether it goes on eBay. So, but that will give you an idea. And did I tell you what we sold today? I was told, one of the shops called me and said that they did sell a maple table, a little round table with 4 chairs. So I know that that sold. And another shop, I know that we sold a CD, $3 CD, because they send me reports. They don't send me reports actually, but I can access our stuff on the computer any time of day. And when their system is, it's not go antiquing, it's consigner's access, I believe that's what you call it. And anyway, you pay $1 a month for it. The vendors do pay $1 a month for it, and whenever you sell something, it automatically loads up on your report. So if you've sold something, just look on the computer. Well, if you want to know whether you sold something, you can just look up on the computer. You'll know whether or not you did. So that's simple. And anyway, we've sold a lot of smalls in that particular shop. There's another one, the one where we sold the table and chairs. We don't get reports from them, so I'm glad that they call me. We're in still another one that doesn't give out reports, so he usually calls us as well to let us know that if we sold furniture, we've got a hold there, so we need to go plug it in with some other kind of furniture. So the other shops that we have, Bargain Hunters and Village Antiques, there's several villages around this area. Anyway, we get evening reports through them, and that's through Go Antiquing. It costs the vendors $2 or $3 a month. I guess it depends on which shop that you're in, because I've noticed that different shops have different fees on the same program, and they may not be owned by the same people. So you know, you don't know what kind of deal they were given by Go Antiquing. But anyway, every evening you get a report, and again, you know if you sold something or if you did not. But you know exactly where you are as far as your rent versus what you've sold. If you're in the hole or if you're in the good. So I guess that's it, kids. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will like the video. I hope you like me. Oh, another thing, I almost forgot. I will be running another Whatnot auction, and it's probably going to be next week. Today, by the way, is the 19th or the 20th. It's Monday, whichever it is. But anyway, these are little kittens or cat ornaments, and they're doing different Christmas type things. I know what I said about the Christmas thing, that you get more money closer to the holidays, but I have to make these an exception because we've got so many of them, and I'm just going to put a lot of these together and some other miniatures, and make it a buyer's choice, because like I said, there's just so many. So one thing about Whatnot is if you do have an excess supply of items, it is a good way of getting rid of it really quick. So unless nobody bids on it, so then you're kind of still stuck with it. So if that happens, we usually just donate it, take the stuff to the Salvation Army or Goodwill, something like that. And I almost forgot to show you this. This is cute as can be. A little doll umbrella. This is not big enough for kids, but it's a little doll umbrella, and it's Winnie the Pooh. How cute is that? It's got some stains. It's got some issues, as you see. So I have to clean this before I do whatever it is that will be done with it, whether it's put it in the shop or listed online. So that's it for now. I hope you come back later, and I appreciate you stopping in. So anyway, have a good day or a good evening, and God bless you. Thank you so much.